If you want to achieve this dusty blue, I'm going to show you how in some very simple steps. Clean your piece first, and once it's completely clean, I put on all my safety gear because yes, it's a non-toxic paint, but I don't want this up my nose and I sure don't want this in my eyes. As you go on, you're going to notice I just do a really light coat. This is my first coat. If I see any drips, I grab them with a round brush and I let this completely dry before I move on to my next step of blending the blues and the graphite. All right, so here is what I'm going to be doing. I have my robin's egg blue over here. I've got graphite here. I have Good Vibes blue here. And I've got Greystone on standby in case this is just too blue and I want to gray it down, although I think the graphite is going to cover me, but I just have that in the back. All of my round brushes, they're awesome for mixing, and my mister. And I also have this brush here to kind of use it as a dry brush to blend. So that's what I have, and let's get started. So I'm going to dive in with Robin's Egg Blue first. I kind of want to keep the center with the white, so I'm just going to brush this on here. I go around the border with the Robin's Egg Blue, and then I hit it with the Good Vibes Blue next. And each of these paints has a separate brush. Blend all of that together. Keeping separate brushes, okay? This is a separate brush. Don't mix the two, otherwise it's just going to blend on you and you might not necessarily want that effect. Originally, I thought that I wanted that Statehouse White to show through, but then the more I painted, the more I really wanted it darker. You'll notice that I've got a mister there. These things are great. It's not just like a spray bottle. This is a light mister you see at hair salons, and I highly recommend that you have one of these. I was playing around a little bit with the different colors, and I'm really pleased with this dusty denim look. And I just repeat it on the other side. Again, my Robin's Egg Blue is first, and then I follow it up with my Good Vibes Blue, and then finally the graphite on the top, and then I finish out the final edges with graphite. Now the fun part, I get to play with the crown. This I did want a little lighter, and I did want to have a little bit of the white showing. So again, I took my Robin's Egg Blue first, then I took my Good Vibes Blue and followed it up with the graphite, because I knew this time I wanted to use the technique of using baby wipes, and I wipe back the excess paint. It just gives it a little smoother finish for me, and I just really enjoy that look. So you could do it as light or as dark as you want. I kept going and putting a little more blue on because it was starting to get a little too gray, and I just wanted those hints of that dusty blue, that powder blue, and also have that stormy look from the graphite. And this is something you'll just have to play with, and don't be afraid to blend and play around with your dry brushing. That's what's going to bring everything together, is that dry brush. I'm super happy with how that's looking. And then I hit all of this the same style, Robin's Egg Blue. That's the Good Vibes Blue that's going on right now. Following up with the graphite. And then I'm going to wipe it all back with the baby wipe. Oh, that was the spray bottle. Now it's the baby wipe. If you see that your paint is sticky and it's not really blending very well, that's when you want to hit it with your mister. And that really does make a difference. And I'm moving on to the right-hand side, got my Robin's Egg Blue out. I'm going over that, and then I'm pulling it across the bottom so that everything is more uniform. The thing you have to watch for is keeping it uniform between the two so that they don't look uneven. This might have had a little more Good Vibes blue, but I evened that out a little bit more with the graphite, and just kept playing with it till I got the look that I really loved. Takes time. This is not pop and fresh dough, but don't get too wound over it. That's my best advice to you. And then the drawer front, I really love this. You'll see the camera will move a little closer so you can see. This starts with the Robin's Egg blue. This is the Good Vibes blue. And then I'm dry brushing, blending, and I'm keeping the white in the center. The graphite is coming on the edges, spraying it with the mister, going over it with the dry brush, and just pulling it all together. The last thing I do is the legs. This was remarkable. Vermont Natural Coatings. I'd done some sanding on these legs, and I just simply put it on. It's an all-in-one finish. It's totally non-toxic, and wow, huge difference. That's before, and this is after. So thanks for watching. This is a Jacobean Hutch that we did using Vermont Chalky Paint. Find out more at vermontchalkypaint.com.